My name is I'm Celibate for all those that wanna know. Got a YouTube stepping Insta that I named the Omo Show, where I clearly spit the flow, show you around the life I chose. So add me if you wanna see how far the story goes. Peace, family. Welcome to the Omo Show. I'm Omo, the Afro-centric creatrix, here to raise the vibrations of the entire Black nation. Most of y'all know that I just gave birth to my daughter about 4 months ago, and I kind of talked about this in a few of my other videos about how I ain't had no action in forever, like since pregnancy, but that's not none of y'all business. But I guess we finna get into my business anyway, because I'm about to tell y'all why I'm celibate. Yeah. So let's just go ahead and get into it. So y'all finna learn some shit about me. So basically, I ain't gonna go too in depth about everything, I don't think. But regardless, let's just go to back through the history. I lost my virginity to, a dude who was my first love, all that, all that good stuff, whatever. Great. After that happened, I had always been like a very strong-minded person. And me and him were together for a very long time. Well, I say like at least 10 months before we ever had sex. And with that being said, after we had sex and after we broke up, the first person who I ended up having sex with after that, it was just way too easy. Basically, I'm not going to get into it, but it wasn't something that I necessarily wanted to do at all. But I didn't say no enough. I'm not going to put the blame on myself. But regardless, what I'm saying is that the way the situation ended up playing out, it wouldn't have played out that way if I was still a virgin. And that's something that kind of set on my brain a lot after that situation happened, was just knowing how much when I was a virgin, I was like fighting to hold on to that. But it just made it so easy for me to just let it happen, not being a virgin anymore. So that was back when I was in high school. So I started being celibate. My first time being celibate was then. I was celibate for a whole 3 years, maybe plus more, before actually having sex with my high school sweetheart. But regardless, bottom line was that was pretty much the basis of my reasoning then, was about how it was just too easy for me to find myself in another sexual intimate situation that I didn't want to be in, just because of the fact that I lost my virginity. And I felt like by saying that I was celibate, it was kind of me being a reborn again virgin. So that way it gave me something to mentally and emotionally and spiritually hold on to. So that way it made it less likely that I would be giving myself away freely. More so letting somebody take from me, my jewels. But we're not going to go into all of that into this video. But as we move forward, I had different little stages along my journey that I was doing the same thing. Just like, oh, fuck it, I'm going to be celibate, whatever. And I mean, as far as right now, it's a lot of the same reasonings from before. Like as far as by actually, at least for me, by having some type of label, for whatever reason, it makes me way more committed to the journey of just purity. When I say that I'm celibate, it's a very different thing than when I just say, oh, I ain't having sex right now until somebody piques my interest, that type of thing. I found in my life, in my experience, I'm way more willingly to give it up when I'm not saying that I'm celibate, or when I'm not celibate, if I'm not committing myself to that, versus when I do. So I'm committing myself to that, like I say, partially because it's just way too easy to give it away otherwise, but also this point in my journey, I'm committing myself to it because I realized that I have given myself way too freely in my past, and with that, men historically have not always respected me in the ways that I know that I should have been respected. They didn't always value me in the ways that I know that I should be valued. And it was because I wasn't requiring that out of myself. I wasn't giving that to myself. I wasn't giving myself the love that I actually knew that I deserved. You know what I mean? So I was allowing people to give me what they wanted to give me, do like little bitty things in order to satisfy me, saying that's enough, check off the box, and I'm sexually engaging with them. And at this point in my life, I just love myself enough. I love my soul and my spirit enough to keep this as clean as possible. I love myself, and I value myself enough to know that I am a treasure. The next person that does come in, like, to enters here, he has to be knowing of the prize that he has, and he has to have put in hella fucking work to get up to that point, versus me allowing my own sexual desires to be the reason that I end up sexually engaging with somebody, but then end up too hurt in the end. You know what I mean? Only hurting myself. So I'm at that point where I want to become disciplined in my sexuality. Being able to distinguish between being sensual and sexual. Being able to still be in tune and completely engaged in my sensuality, but not always having to express that in sexual ways. You know what I mean? So just being able to learn someone on a deeper level before going there sexually, because a lot of times, like I say in my history, it just negatively affected our relationship that could have blossomed into something great if I wouldn't have gave it away so soon, or if we would have engaged with each other on deeper levels before we went there. So allowing myself to see people's souls and for them to see mine, and us to learn each other's souls before we start intertwining them. So it's a whole bunch of reasoning, and a lot of it has to do not just with me, but what I believe is necessary in order to receive the type of respect that I deserve. A lot of times you tell a dude you ain't having sex, they still gonna try to have sex. But when you tell a dude that you're a virgin, I'm not gonna say they not gonna try, but they kind of more so know they probably ain't gonna get nowhere if they ain't put in the work. And when you say you celibate, they'll try a little bit more often than the virgin thing, but still, they'll try less often than if I just say I ain't having sex right now. They'll realize that I'm standing on something that's real. I have a commitment to myself, and I feel like that's a part of weeding out them real ones from the fake ones that I talked about in my other videos. And at this point in my life, I'm not looking to just be having no sexual partners anymore. I'm looking for a life partner, and in order to find or to keep that life partner, or to actually stabilize that relationship, that looks like me not acting in the ways that I've acted in these other relationships that didn't work out. It means actually acting like I'm the prize that I am, so that he may treat me as such and recognize that I am and want to fucking trophy me. You know what I mean? Because I am a trophy, and we all are. And so yeah, I just wanted to make that video to tell y'all why I'm doing this, because I'm not gonna say that I feel like all black women or all women should be celibate, but I know that there are many black women who can relate to what I have been through in my life, what has brought me to this place of being celibate once again, and hopefully this time for good until I find my life partner. But hey, shit, we don't know what life holds, and I can't put that judgment on it. But at the end of the day, I'm just basically saying all of this to let other women know that they're not alone, and maybe if things aren't working out for you in your relationships, or you feel like people aren't valuing you in the way that they should be, maybe it's time to take a look at yourself and what you could be doing better, how you could be better presenting yourself in order to get what it is that you rightfully deserve, just like me, because that's the journey that I'm on with myself. Self-love, Woman Crush Wednesday. Y'all got it. Peace, love, black power all day, every day. Ain't no other way. Okay?